Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Ape Honcho, back at you again with another video. Now, as I posted on my community tab last night, after SJ and MPK members had been sentenced to a total of 116 years for their role in the death of Kamali Gabbidon-Lynk, a fight had broke out at the Old Bailey. I know some people were getting confused yesterday, but I just want to confirm that SJ has been sentenced to a minimum of 21 years. He cannot do half like some people were thinking, and that goes for the MPK members as well. Before we get into the story of what happened after they had been sentenced yesterday, I just want to read out what the judge had said before he gave sentencing, as there wasn't any information about that yesterday. So, when jailing the five, Judge Richard Foster had said, "The facts of this case are as shocking as they are futile. The public need to know the consequences of this sort of behaviour." He said, "A disturbing feature of this case is the use of rap music to antagonise others and glorify your conduct. This was a planned and premeditated mission. Your actions terrified innocent members of the public going about their business on a Friday evening. The murder was witnessed by a 4-year-old, and the owner of the salon was too traumatized to give evidence 9 months later." So, as we can see, the judge was using these guys as an example. So, there'd been reports that a fight had broken out between the defendants over snitching allegations, but as of right now, I can't confirm whether this is the case. But it is being reported that after the judge passed sentence in where Cookhorn, aka Shemz, was jailed for a minimum of 28 years, Graham, aka Trills, for 25 years, O'Neill, Crichlow, SJ, Lyons, Sneakz, and Hamilton, Osav were locked up for a minimum of 21 years, enraged supporters of the killers started screaming abuse. An umbrella and a seat from the dock were thrown across the court as a fight had broke out between the defendants. One man in his 20s had climbed over the rail of the public gallery and dropped down into the courtroom. One person in the room had told the Telegraph the fight began with members of the public in the public gallery. Family members and friends of both sides were in the gallery, so it was hard to pinpoint who exactly it was between. Prosecutor Oliver Glasgow QC rushed over to restrain the men with the help of 3 police officers while objects were thrown across the court. The man had yelled, "I'll murder you," to Mr. Glasgow, and those trying to restrain him. He was bundled out of the court and handcuffed in the corridor outside. Mr. Glasgow, remaining calm, told onlookers he was fine. The Old Bailey then went into lockdown as 3 City of Police vans carrying up to 30 officers, including dogs, were called to the scene. The City of London Police said in a statement, "We are aware of a disturbance at the Old Bailey following the sentence at a murder trial." They went on to say, "Our officers are on the scene for reassurance, but no police, prison staff, or members of the public have injuries being reported." A number of people have had to be ejected from court, also stating that 2 people were arrested for a fray and 1 for racially aggravated assault. London Ambulance Service has also confirmed it has no records of a call out to the Old Bailey yesterday. Although a reporter from the BBC was actually at the trial, and he tweeted out, "Appalling scenes of violence at the Old Bailey with prison staff and police under attack in the dock and public gallery after sentencing in a gangland murder. One of the prison officers had blood flowing from a head wound as he and 9 colleagues tried to restrain 5 defendants just jailed for life." So there is conflicting reports whether somebody did get injured or not. The same person who had previously spoke to the Telegraph then went on to say that the incident had spilled over to Ludgate Hill, where police officers dealt with the people, and I believe that was the footage that had been circulating yesterday.
We all know. Yeah, we will find out. As my brother said, he don't know who done it. Then stop. So talk to your stuff. Yeah? It's more like you're a cunt.
I previously did a video where OFB and MPK had sent shots at each other on Snapchat over snitch allegations, and Unc still seems to be claiming that SJ is a snitch. So after sentencing, Unc got on Snapchat and said, "Free the Mandem, was just in court, heard this guy snitching on the dock. Snitch K, your favourite rapper's a snitch." And in reply to that, SJ's Snapchat page, again I can't confirm whether this is SJ, but it does seem like an official statement from SJ. He says, "These guys are pathetic. Man come court and lie on man's name. 1. Man is saying I wrote down names for the other 2 people to the judge. These times the note was from Trills asking for a toilet break. 2. My barrister said I cooperated, and I didn't. Tell no lies. These boneheads seem to think that means I've been snitching from the start. These times I had a no comment interview that you all have already seen. Also, when my man said that he means I answered all questions during the trial, which everyone did, lol. He's not saying I implicated anyone, he's clearly saying I answered all questions given to me. 3. Everyone keeps talking about me naming Shemz as the shooter, lol. You can ask the G's during the trial. I said I don't know who the shooter is. I I never knew there was any gun present, and today during sentencing, they wanted to do starting point at 30 years for Shemz, saying the gun was used during the murder, and Shem's barrister said he only beat off at Hollywood Green, and my barrister tried to help this clown by saying his gun wasn't used in the murder or attempted murder as it wasn't proven, because they can only verify that he let shots off at Hollywood Green, which isn't when they got touched. So my barrister tried to help this fool, and these dumb NP clowns are saying otherwise. This concludes my report. Guys just want someone to blame. Go get the transcript of the trial and come chat to me. Boneheads, you guys come for one day at sentencing and start talking a whole load of shit, KMT. Ask the members who actually followed the trial. Until these boneheads can rise up some type of proof and not he say she say, I'll respond. Goodbye outside world. Now SJ seems to be talking with his chest, and honestly it doesn't really seem like he's snitching. It could just be misconception from MPK members where they might have think certain things were snitching, but it might have just been their misconception. But again, I can't say for a fact that he hasn't, because when the court transcripts come out, we are gonna find out who snitched, and if all this time he's been denying it and then it comes out that he has, it's just gonna look a little bit silly, to be honest, not gonna lie. And that's the reason I feel like he hasn't snitched, because he's saying it so much with his chest, for then say go get the transcript, have a look what's been said. It just doesn't really seem like he snitched, and again I do feel like it's just misconception, to be honest. And how are you fully jumping down from the public gallery and then threatening to kill a prosecutor at the Old Bailey? Like, what are you doing? There's people on trial for a murder, you're threatening to murder a prosecutor. That's not gonna look too good, is it? But if there is any updates surrounding any of the situations that went on yesterday, as always, I'll keep you guys updated. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. Give the video a little like. If you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy 8 Poncho, and I'm out.